If you're Canadian, chances are you've heard this advice. Never touch your TFSA. Never touch your RRSP. They're for retirement. But what if you want a life break before 65? A 6-month sabbatical at 30? Or a year off at 45 with your kids? Today I'll show you how to decide which bucket, cash, TFSA, RRSP, or investments, should actually pay for that break without blowing up your future. So instead of never touch anything, let us build a simple decision framework. In what order does it usually make sense to use each bucket, and where are the exceptions? Cash, savings, no taxes on withdrawal, the money is already after tax. This is your safety cushion plus shock absorber for unexpected expenses. If you spend it all on a break, rebuilding the safety net will be tough. TFSA, withdrawals are not taxed. Investment income inside is not taxed. The contribution room is restored in the next calendar year by the amount of the withdrawal, but not in the same year. This makes the TFSA very flexible for breaks if you have a plan to put the money back later. RSP. Any withdrawal except for special programs like the Home Buyers Plan, Lifelong Learning Plan is considered regular income in the year of withdrawal. The bank withholds tax upon withdrawal, for example, 10 to 30%, but this is just a prepayment. The final tax is calculated on your tax return. Contribution room used previously is lost forever and is not restored upon withdrawal. However, if you take a break and have almost no other income in that year, the real tax rate on the withdrawal can be very low. Taxable non-registered investments. When you sell, you pay tax only on the capital gain profit, and only 50% of that gain is included in your taxable income. This is less efficient than a TFSA. There is a tax, but gentler than a full RRSP withdrawal, especially in a low-income year. Plus, there's no loss of contribution room like with an RRSP. Let's look at a 30-year-old, no kids, taking a 6-month break. They have $15,000 in cash, $25,000 in a TFSA, $20,000 in an RRSP, and $10,000 in a taxable brokerage account. They need $18,000 for their 6 months off. Here's a typical NOD advice. Order of operations. 1. Don't burn the entire safety net. Keep at least 3 months of basic expenses in cash. 2. TFSA is the main candidate. No tax on withdrawals, and the contribution room returns next year. 3. Taxable brokerage account is number 2. You only pay tax on the gains, and in a low-income year, that tax is minimal. 4. RSP is the last resort. You're far from retirement, and the withdrawal is taxed as income, plus you lose that contribution room forever. One possible flow: use a small part of the cash, say $3,000, $5,000, keeping a 3-month reserve. Take the rest, $13,000, $15,000 from the TFSA, and partially from the taxable account. Don't touch the RRSP. Now for a 45-year-old with kids, taking a 1-year break, she has $20,000 in cash, $60,000 in a TFSA, $180,000 in an RRSP, and $40,000 in taxable investments. She needs $40,000 for the year. The nuances here are: 1. Kids mean benefits. RSP withdrawals increase her taxable income, which can reduce the Canada Child Benefit (CCB). TFSA withdrawals don't affect benefits. 2. At 45, the retirement horizon is shorter. Draining the TFSA now could hurt future tax-free growth. A possible order: 1. Cash. Only touch it lightly. Keep a 3 to 6 month cushion, especially with kids. 2. TFSA is still the primary source. No taxes, no impact on benefits, and the room comes back. 3. Taxable investments. Or capital gains, but in a low-income year, the tax is manageable. 4. RRSP. This is tricky. A withdrawal could be a smart move if she plans to have a lower income permanently, effectively shifting income from a high-tax future to a low-tax present. But she must calculate the impact on her child benefits. It's a possible sequence. Keep cash reserves intact. Take the bulk of the funds, $30,000 plus, from a combination of the TFSA and taxable accounts. Consider a very careful, calculated RRSP withdrawal only if the math on taxes and benefits makes sense. So here is a general decision framework for anyone. Step 1. Protect your safety net. Don't let your cash fall below 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Step 2. Check your income for the break year. If your income is near zero, TFSA taxable, and maybe a small RRSP withdrawal are all tax-efficient options. If you have partial income, RRSP withdrawals become more costly. Step 3. Think about benefits. If you have kids or a low income, RRSP withdrawals can reduce benefits like the CCB. TFSA withdrawals have no impact. Step 4. Decide your don't touch bucket. For some it's the RRSP, for others it's the TFSA. Decide ahead of time what you won't touch to avoid making a stress-based decision later. Step 5. Plan how you'll refill. How will you rebuild your cash cushion? How long will it take to refill the TFSA once the room comes back? A break funded from the wrong bucket can be costly. Withdrawing from an RRSP in a high-income year means high taxes and lost room. Burning through your cash cushion can lead to panic and debt if a crisis hits. But being too sacred about your accounts is also costly. The goal isn't to never touch your savings. It's to use them to build a life you love. The right question isn't, can I touch my TFSA RRSP? But rather, if I use this bucket to buy a life break, can I reasonably rebuild it afterwards, and is it worth the life I get in return? Mini retirements and life breaks aren't just for tech millionaires. They're for Canadians who understand their buckets: cash, TFSA, RRSP, investments, and use them intentionally. You've seen how a 30-year-old and a 45-year-old might fund a break very differently. You've got a simple framework to decide your own order. Now the question is, if money is no longer a complete mystery, what kind of break would you actually take? Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on personal finance in Canada. See you in the next video.